everyone. I immediately whacked my elbow on the desk. Never mind. Hello everyone. Have I got everything set up? I'm having one of those days. How is everyone doing? As a perfect example of one of those days, the background right now should not be the Windows desktop. But it is. I don't know why. I spent a little bit of time trying to fix it and it just went, no, it's not fixed. It's fine. Yeah. I don't know. But never mind. I checked. It will show the game in a moment. That is the main thing. We just have a nice kind of bright background that looks not at all Christmassy. Pro stream. Yes, don't hurt yourself like Sim. Yes, if you weren't in Simcopter 1 stream earlier, he managed to jump scare himself. And did he die in Project Zomboid or did he nearly die? I can't remember. But anyway, he scared himself so much that he thought he pulled something in his leg because basically everything tensed up. I wasn't actually watching at the time. I was listening in, and all I heard was him go straight from being very cool and chill like he normally is to swearing every word under the sun. Yeah, I hope somebody clipped it. I should have clipped it, shouldn't I? As a moderator, I bet you that's what moderators should do, shouldn't it? I did not think of that. But yeah, how is everyone doing? Thank you, Woody, for being first, and Ozzy for being second. And hey, Lou, how is everyone doing? How did your weekend go? How is your Monday going, or how did it go, depending on your time zone? I bet you wouldn't want it clipped. True. It was very funny though. Yeah, my weekend was kind of a little bit busy, a little bit chilled. Let's see, Saturday, what did I do Saturday? Saturday was streamed. Oh, went for a 6K walk and then streamed. And then did a whole bunch of stuff. We're trying to clear the spare room, soon to be streaming room. And did a whole load of useful stuff. Oh, and then wrapped a load of Christmas presents. Yeah, Saturday was a full-on day. Not much downtime. Sunday, I got up to go to the gym at 8 AM. It was dark. It's weird going to the gym in the dark. Then I went to a Christmas market with my mum, and we did a tiny little bit of Christmas shopping, and we are now done with Christmas shopping. We are not going back to any... Well, we'll have to go back and buy food at some point, but we're not going back to the city centre. We are done. And then pretty much for the rest of my Sunday, I just played Suikoden on the Switch while watching Spoofy stream, because I really needed a rest day. I think I probably need a rest week, but a rest day is a good start. And then I kind of got stressed out last night because I started sneezing, and I don't know why I started sneezing, but I was there thinking, oh no, the flu has got me. Because if you're in the UK, you will know there's a bit of a flu epidemic at the moment. I have had my flu vaccine, but also I'm immunocompromised. And I'm going away in 8 days. I'm a little bit nervous I simultaneously want to live my life this week while also being a little bit, oh God, what if I get ill? Yeah, so it's probably going to be a certain amount of low-level anxiety until, to be honest, until I get to my destination and I think, oh, thank God I made it. Because also I'm kind of low-level. After the last trip, I'm just expecting everything to go wrong. I'm in the gym doing stretchies. Ooh, currently in the middle of practicing splits. Nice. I don't think I would ever have the flexibility to do a split, so I am impressed. Yeah, good job. Yeah, and today I went for a little walk in pouring rain. Did a bit of work. Fixed Tangier. I didn't realise Tangier was broken. So I fixed Tangier. Added a bunch of Christmassy things to activate if you so wish to spend any bits. I think some of them look pretty unhinged. I didn't try them out. I just basically price things up according to how long it goes for. So basically, the fewer bits, the shorter the clip. If it's an expensive one, it's probably going to go for a while. As I learnt, one of them somewhere, I can't remember which one, is like 4.5 minutes long. I'm priced accordingly. Hey Jezza! Morning all, it's grilled cheese time. Nice. I also went for a dreary walk this morning with Evie and picked up a coffee. You did your best, Veggies. I hope Evie is recovering well. And I hope you're really enjoying Chrono Trigger. I hope that's going good. I'm pushing myself. 4 inches off the ground one side, 6 inches the other. Wow, Lou, that's really good going. Yeah, I'm in awe. Yeah, so this week, today, I was going to play something else, but I couldn't decide what, and then I just thought, I'm a little bit under par today, just kind of, I don't know, energy-wise, a little bit anxious, and I thought, let's play some WoW. WoW is cosy. It's nice and simple to do. Thursday, we will have a charity stream. We're going to be raising some money for the RSPCA, and a charity for animal cruelty prevention in the UK. So we're going to be playing a little bit of 2 Point Museum, Zoozium, the zoo-based DLC for it, and hopefully be raising a little bit of money. There's some info on the Discord for kind of rewards, like if you donate a £5, I eat a Bean Boozle. If you donate another slightly bigger expense, I sing a verse from a song. I can't sing songs at all, and so forth. It's my first ever fundraising stream, so it's going to be an interesting one. It's going to be, I'm glad it's just kind of a relatively short one, just kind of ease me in, because I'm hoping in 2026 to do some more fundraising streams. Particularly would love to raise some money for some Crohn's related charities. So yeah, that's kind of a schedule. There's no stream Saturday, because I need to do some Christmassy things with my mum. And that's kind of it. Yeah. I've actually just defeated Magnus now, and now I'm in my prehistoric. Nice, Jez. I really like Chrono Trigger. I hated playing it on Steam. The Steam version crashed on me a lot. Yeah, I streamed that, and that was a journey. But yeah, Chrono Trigger's a classic for good reason. Yeah, so I think that's kind of it. We might as well dive straight into the game. I can ramble more about what the week holds for me, and you can all talk more about what the weekend holds for you. Has the button worked? No. Why are you acting up, OBS? Button, there we go, that's better. OBS was wanting an update earlier, and I was thinking, no, I don't trust you, you're going to break something, and I think it has broken something anyway. But yeah, let's dive in. I think we were right at the start of level 21, so we're going to do well if today we manage to grind out one level, I think. Yeah, because I think, this was it. I defied the guide. I did what I wanted to do. And now the guide is going, well, you figure it out, you idiot. Which I'm going to figure out. Let's see how the auctions went. Okay, we sold a bunch of clam meat. Not all the clam meat, but we sold some of it. Oh, yeah, some stuff expired. Not bad. No, well, I'll take it. Oh yeah, that's made about half a gold. That is not too shabby. Let's head... Ooh, Christmas. We got Christmas. Look at that wondrous Christmas tree. And all those gifts. And some kind of quest from Great Father Winter. We might as well see what he has to get. I tried to avoid the Steam version like the plague, because it's just a mobile port, hence why it's so bad. It is really bad here. I think there's some mods available now to make it close to the SNES version and fix a lot of the crashing issues, but when it first came out it was pretty awful. Yeah, I streamed it... Was it the start of this year or was it late last year? It might have been last year, actually. Yeah, I think it was last year. And it was when I was a much newer streamer, and it was a journey. It was a good game, but it took a lot of patience. Hey, 3Cat Dude, thank you for the Gigantify of the horrific Sim Dumpy Santa, but at least there's no crack anymore. Hey, Zesty Egg, how are you doing? Thank you also for the horrific Gigantify. Thank you both. And the watch streak. Thank you. Extremely weird thing said out of context. Yep, 4 inches off the ground one side, 6 inches the other. Yep. Hey, Cinema. How you doing? Which ending did you get? That's a good question. I don't know. I honestly have no idea whatsoever. I am the worst at remembering stuff that happens in games. I play so many games and then I just go, that was really good. And then like a year later somebody goes, what was your favourite part? And then they're going, the bit where the person did the thing with the other thing? I got no idea. Chrono Trigger. Egg. Yes. That's fair enough. No, I'm really bad at it. Like, I will happily be... I mean, I remember the essentials. Like, I remember what happens in Final Fantasy VII and Suikoden. Literally everything else, kind of. Like, for instance, I love Bioshock. I played that quite a few times. I remember bits of it. I would be there going, oh, my favourite bit was the bit where I was protecting the girl from the bad guy. Oh, I never played it, but I love that one DMX Chrono Trigger mashup on SoundCloud. Ooh, I need to look that up. Yeah, I am the worst at remembering stuff. I just... Nah. Games are... For a big gamer, games are inadvertently very disposable in my head. I liked the bit where I fire bees out my arms. Yep, that's how I'm going to sum up a game. Yeah, I just like the bit where the good bit happened. Yeah, it was good. It was a good bit. Let's see what the Christmas thing is before we go to the auction. A wondrous winter's veil to you, little girl. I'm not little, I'm taller than you. Good children get special discounts at any local Smoky Wood Pastures vendor. Yum. For the Horde. Ooh, thank you for a watch streak recap. 15 streams. That's a lot. Streaking with the dumper. Thank you. I just need to quickly check in case I'm missing something important at the door. I'm waiting for somebody to fix something at the front of the house. Nah, it's fine. No, that's not. Basically, I came home Friday to find that the drain pipe on the front of my house was hanging off. And it was because a little bit of work had been done to the roof Thursday. And they went, oh, it's fine, I'll come round later. They didn't. Then they said they'd come round Saturday. They didn't. Then they said they'd come round Sunday. They didn't. They were meant to come this morning. At 11:20 a.m. It's not going well. So what are we doing? We need some treats. Can you do Great Father Winter a favour, little girl? Not to needlessly talk about myself in the third person, but Great Father Winter has been at this all day and he could use a treat himself. Is it me or does that somehow sound dodgy? Some gingerbread, cookies and ice-cold milk to wash them down with would really hit the spot. You could be a friend of a great father and fetch some for me. Maybe? Maybe? Thank you for a watch streak, Jackie. How are you doing? 83,000 channel points, but 1 watch streak. I'm a bad watcher. Cinema, you're a busy person. We're just grateful when you were able to be here. So don't worry about that. Right, but I heard a noise in the distance, and as I'm the only one in my house, I just need to double check what is going on outside. Curious. Nothing. Okay, well, we'll just pretend we didn't hear that noise. If I vanish mysteriously off stream, I'm getting murdered, so it probably isn't. Maybe it's them fixing the drain pipe. I can't check that from a camera. Oh, that went down. Oh, we'll just sell it at the vendor. Life is too short. Yeah, let's just be cheap. Let's just sell it all. It was nice knowing you. Put up a good fight. Yeah, what can I... Can you beat someone to death with a Blu-ray box? Could attack them with a green screen, I guess. The green screen's quite heavy. Yeah, somebody, when I do get murdered, somebody make sure you clip it so that the relevant authorities have some evidence. Because otherwise the VOD's going to vanish within a month, and that's not going to be any use for the court case. Doing alright. Going to be house sitting for Mom for 10 days, so I'm stressed about packing for me and my 4 dogs, since I won't be able to drive to get anything I forgot. That's a lot of things. Yeah, that's going to be quite a bit of packing, isn't it? I hope it's a nice house to sit. Are you going to be house sitting over Christmas then? If they're Vulcan, we'll never see any blood. That's a good point. Let's hope. I mean, most of all, let's hope I don't get murdered. But then also hope that if I do get murdered, it's by a human being rather than a Vulcan. That's not the right button. Yeah. So there we go. Initial hope, no murder. Second initial hope, regular human being does it. And then we're covered. Shall we head back to the Barrens to round off some quests? But to be honest, I probably should have done them when I went. I'm too lazy. Shall we do that? What about Thunderbluff quests? Yeah, I think that is what we're going to do. This feels like somewhere, because I don't always follow the guide, somewhere the guide will be there going, I told you to grind out some XP. Did you? Nah, I skipped a load of quests. So let's do this. Silly since I like it, Lou. It's alright, it means we got our priorities lined up. I'm just hoping nobody is there going, well, hopefully she gets murdered by a human, because I'm hoping their hope is focused on the no murder front. I'll call 999 and say you're roughly South Wales and that's it. Yeah, just say helicopter, they'll know who I am. It's Wales, it's a really small place. I often forget how most people play SNES games on pad. As I mentioned in Reddit yesterday, in conversation, I mainly use arcade stick and got loads of downvotes. Oh, that's so Reddit, isn't it? Oh, I didn't like what they said, so I'm just going to downvote it when it's just a different opinion. Thankfully, they're slowly going away, and some people are now agreeing with me and finding the downvotes odd. Red moment, I guess. People downvote for the strangest things on Reddit. Yeah. But it's just, I use Reddit probably more than I should these days. As demonstrated, actually, by my screen time activity for the week came up, and the main two things I used were Instagram and Reddit. And a little part of me thought, is that a good thing? I don't know if Reddit should be one of the main things I use my phone for. It's Wales. Well, no, every English person isn't local despite you being there, what, 20 years? 38 years, actually. But yes, there are definitely people in my local area that would somehow see me as an incomer, even though I'm there going, I moved here when I was 3. You stick me in England, I'm going to go, ooh, English people. I won't actually go, English people, but if you stick me in the place I was born, I probably would go, English people. Only because of a specific, which I won't go into, but I was born in the southeast of England, and politically I have very different views to a lot of people in the southeast of England. Or actually, now, what I'm basing this on, before I dig any deeper, I'm basing this on the family members in that region of the southeast of England, and they're going, I am not one of you. Nope. In my opinion, it's okay to go, ooh, English people, except for Lou. Lou's Scottish, I think. Also, Jezza. We can't say, ooh, English people without accepting Jezza. yeah, I thought Lou was Scottish. Yeah, I was there thinking, yeah. You keep digging out holes, Est, it's fine. Another situation, if dance being taken in a dodgy way, time to stop, my legs are shaking. But you're doing it right if your legs are shaking afterwards. That's all I can say. Worst thing, people assume I'm English because I've lost my Scottish accent and people think I'm English. Yeah, it's annoying. I'm Northwest Yorkshire, so historically I hate Southerners. There we go, Jezza. To be honest, sweeping statement alert. I think probably the main part of the UK that is probably the problem is the southeast of England. And I say that as somebody with a southeast English accent. I'm sorry. I didn't choose it. Actually, I suppose technically I did choose it. Because the reason why I'm stuck with accent is, according to my mum, when I was kind of 4 or 5, I just got very grumpy with going, I don't want that accent, and then just stoically stuck to, I'm not changing my voice for anyone. And in hindsight, my life would have been a lot easier if that small child had gone, yeah, I'm going to sound like those people because that's where I'm from. But that's the curse of accent. Because, for instance, I know when I go back to dating, which I know I keep saying, but will actually be in January, or at least I'll try and look in January. If it's anything like last time I was dating, it means within about 2 minutes of speaking to somebody, they immediately go, so where are you from originally? And you're forever left thinking, that is not the icebreaker question you think it is. That's kind of rude. I think generally you should not be asking people where they're from originally. Probably at any point, but certainly not within 5 minutes of meeting someone. Because then every time it ended in a very awkward here. The original question is, right, if that's, yeah, I mean, obviously I'm not a different race, so I assume they think it's okay. But there is a part of me that thinks it's still kind of offensive. And obviously there are ways where that could be a lot more offensive. But it's irritating. That's the thing, it is annoying. When you're there going, here, I mean, you can see him, and I had a few people who were looking at you going, well, not really, and you think, yes, really. It's just annoying. I've lived Scotland, Midlands, East Anglia, South East, South, twice in Germany. Where do I say I'm from? Exactly. A lot of people can't pinpoint it to one area. So yeah, yes, just yes. But yeah, I hate that. Yeah, I had that a lot last time I was dating, and it kind of, I don't know. Yeah. I live in the south now, about 5 to 7 years, lived all over the place, even Germany for about 8 years total. What was it like in Germany cinema? Was it a nice place? I visited as a child. I was born in Scotland, but only lived there 2 years. Where do I say I'm from? Yeah, see, that's the problem I have. Because I was born in England, but I only lived there till I wasn't even quite 3. So yeah, it was a couple of months before my birthday, so 2. That's, my passport says that, but see you in a moment, Lou, no worries. Germany is great. They were recycling in 80s, 90s before. Nice. I'd like to see Germany more. I only saw it as a kid, and a young kid at that, so it would be nice to visit again. Also, I only saw a very specific part of Germany. I haven't even seen Berlin. I would like to see Berlin. And Munich. Jessa, it's like how the Happy Console Gamer on YouTube. He's originally from Wakefield in Yorkshire. His family moved to Canada when he was a child. He had a Yorkshire accent and was mocked for it in school, so he lost it and now has a more neutral American-Canadian accent. See, that's the thing. Your accent doesn't necessarily... It tells a story, but it doesn't automatically tell the story that some people think it's going to tell. I do wish I'd adopted the local accent. To be a terrible snob, there are certain local accents I think I would not wanted to adopted that one. A little bit of a Welsh kind of twang, that would have been quite nice. Great road and rail. Everyone speaks English. Lots of beer, pastries, and ice cream to rival Italy. Okay, Cinema, you're selling me on Berlin. Well, Germany, sorry. Berlin is on me. I will hopefully get there. I'm hoping next year to be able to travel a few places. It's all going to depend on how much those house repairs cost, but hopefully I'll find out quite early in the year. Once that's out the way, I will know what's next. I've always liked the Welsh accent. It just always sounds very happy to me. Yeah, it's a pretty happy accent. But it depends on the region, obviously, but I know what you mean. Yeah. A lot of it is pleasant. Some of it can be a little bit harsh to hear. It kind of depends on... An interesting one. Every once in a while, I can come across an accent that even though it is effectively, it's my country, every once in a while I'll come across somebody with such a strong accent that even I'm there thinking, I think I know what you meant. But I think you get that with any region. Like, I used to spend a lot of time in Liverpool, and I have no trouble with 90% of Liverpool accents. And then every once in a while, one will come along and I'll think, that is an accent. I really like the South Wales accent. Oh, it's good. I say that like I'm saying it with pride. I haven't got one, have I? But I still kind of have a bit of pride. I've pride for my area. Big Italian population in pockets. They have proper seasons, really hot summer and really cold snowy winters. Or used to actually, yeah, I remember when I was a kid, yeah, we went in the summer and it was so hot. Really, really hot. We were staying in a flat of a family with friends of my dad, and it was, yeah, all I remember is how hot it was. Good skiing, though a German friend of mine says that snow is less the last few years. Yeah, climate change, I guess. I'm from Chicago. I'm German Chinese, grew up speaking German in one house, English in the other. The neighbourhood I grew up in was Polish and Hispanic. Not many people spoke English as a first language. Even when living in Chicago, nobody believed me I was from there. Yeah, I mean, that's the perfect example of what a nice thing of diversity and living in different places and moving different places is, really. By the way, we have ads starting any moment. I'm going to continue because we've only just started, but just a heads up if you get stuck behind ads. I've lived in Maryland, North Carolina, and Oregon. Spent about a third of my life in each. Let's just say I'm from Oregon now. Happy my southern accent is mostly gone. You're not a fan of the southern accent, I'm guessing. Hey J-Loons, how you doing? I assume this area is where people just meet up to duel, because every time we come here, there's always a big group of people just standing and waiting. How you doing, J-Loos? We have ads starting any moment, so apologies if you get flung into them. I'm mostly getting set up with levelling, so you won't miss much. Because what were we gonna do? We were gonna go questing, weren't we? What should we focus on? Let's zoom in. Because I think we're probably going to be focusing. There's a lot of dungeons. Dungeons would be great, but they involve people. Yeah, let's head down here. Could we save ourselves some effort? Yeah, we could fly down to the camp. Let's do that. But yeah, the first date wave where a whole load of people are going to go, where are you from originally? That was the main thing that would irritate me right at the start of the date. It has been a few years though, so hopefully people are better. I mean, to be fair to them, they were saying it as an icebreaker to be interested, but it kind of kills the conversation when you're there going, I'm from here, and then kind of makes it all a bit awkward. Yeah, okay, we're gonna fly down there, and then we're gonna focus on eggs. And just this general kind of region, because it's a little bit higher level than ideal, but we're not playing hardcore, so yeah, that'll be fine. Focus on me. Yep, we're focusing on you, Egg. I don't think they're rat eggs. I think they're kind of weird scorpion kind of eggs. So there you go. You can rename yourself Egg of One Scorpion. I love when people ask where I was born. I say, well, Maryland, but after 9/11 we moved. But at least it was before the DC sniper. I love how dark that humour is. I need to start saying that kind of thing. Reference some horrific historic event that happened near. Yeah, that's my kind of humour. Mostly, because if somebody deals with that humour well, you know they're going to be your kind of person. Okay, let's veer. Exactly, a litmus test. Yeah, I should think of something a little bit similar. Because honestly, first dates are a little bit like job interviews. Because first dates, you're just covering the basics almost of going, do we seem like people that would want to spend any extra time together? Yeah, you seem alright. Well, let's find out a bit more. But it would be nice to throw in a bit of humour. I had a weird thing where it felt like last time I did any regular dating, as in, there were a lot of first dates, but were very few second dates. To be cocky, not because I didn't get offered them. I would generally get offered them, it's just I didn't want the second date. But in part, I felt like I had an awful lot of first dates of people that were scared to show any humour or personality. And that was a bit... It was probably down to the people I was inadvertently choosing, but... Hey, Bernie, stop! The urge to play WoW has been too strong. You need to go back to WoW. WoW is good. It's winter. It's good comfort gaming during the winter. That's what I always think. Weird, I don't usually do anal in job interviews. Well, yeah, it depends on the job you're interviewing for, doesn't it? I'm demisexual, so I have zero attraction from a picture. That's fair. I will find a photo attractive, but I need to know the person. As in, they could be amazing looking, and if they've got a personality, a plank of wood, no. And also, there are, well, one of my most successful first dates, well, that'll be a complicated story in terms of how successful it was, but basically, it was somebody who didn't look, sounds harsh, they didn't look instantly my kind of person in the photo, and I thought they really made me laugh. And I met up with them, and it turned out, no, they just took a really bad photo. So yeah, don't rely on photos, regardless of, yeah. Anything, really. I need to know the person. Yeah, me too. Yeah, you gotta know the person. Because you can have some very good looking people who are awful people, and you can have some people who their personality makes them incredibly attractive, or their charm, or... I mean, you see that with famous people. Like, as a weird example, what is the name of Muse's lead singer? Matt Bellamy. Matt Bellamy isn't... I have no interest in Matt Bellamy when it's a picture of him, but I went to see Muse live years ago. 2007? That was a while ago. But anyway, seeing him perform, he looked so cool. He was just instantly incredibly attractive. So, yeah. I'm good. Today is the little man's second birthday. Oh, happy birthday to him, J. Luz. What have you got planned? Have you got anything fun planned? Yeah, I hope he has a lovely day either way. Personality like a plank of wood. That sounds like a person I know. The funny thing is, he didn't used to be like that, but has gone like that over the years after the family life with a child. It sounds like he's probably just got so busy he hasn't got time for interest. Or you never know. I mean, I don't know him. He could just be very boring now, but I'm wondering if maybe it's just he's got too much going on to have interest. Because I'm sure I've had times where people have thought I have a personality of a plank of wood. And it's probably because I've been tired. They're holding a fish in their dating profile. I rely on that being a red flag. Oh, yeah. Yeah. If you're holding a fish, so cliched. Also, where I live, it's not particularly near to me. Basically, there's quite a large hill, like a couple of hours or so, to be vague, away from me. Funny enough, I've never walked up it. It's kind of like a very small mountain. It's the place that people go to try and look and be all, look at me, I climbed so-and-so. So locally, you get an awful lot of people that take a picture and put on their dating profile just them on top of this hill. And then, to be harsh, it's not that big an accomplishment. It's not Everest. It's something that some people just do because they've got a spare afternoon. But you see that and fishing photos, so many men just going, look at me, I'm next to the sign of this big hill. And that's kind of off-putting. Well, it's not off-putting, it's dull. That's what it is. It's not an instant red flag, it's just... Okay, well done. You climbed the hill that literally everyone has climbed. Good job. Having said that, I did once come across a guy who had actually climbed Everest. And you think, that's fair enough. That's valid. Yeah, go for it. Boast about that. You climbed Everest. My other half took him out for breakfast. They're now at the play centre and we're out for a meal tonight. Oh, that sounds like a lovely way to spend the day. Ooh, that's a lot of nasties. Ew, oh god. Don't. I refuse to die based on bugs. Yeah, Jay Luz, that sounds like a really nice way to spend the day, so I'm glad. Ooh, that was not nice. We have got a potion at least. I'm not going to use that now, because we lived. I was not a fan of that. Usually means for a red hat, camo wearing drunk. Ooh, yeah, but at least here, it's not so much of that, it's just they've kind of gone for a boring photo, kind of predictable. Look at me, I'm outdoors, I have fished. Probably once, maybe twice. Again, it's like the people that climb the big hill locally to me. I'm saying all this, I have no idea what pictures I'll be using when I have a dating profile. I'll probably use a couple of pictures from TwitchCon actually, because I was really smiley in some of those pictures, and I'm really bad at smiling for photos. So I will probably use a couple of those. Otherwise I'm not sure. I need to take more photos of myself. Last time I went on an actual, first date, the guy asked me if I'd ever considered getting rid of my dog. Whoa, I can imagine how that went. Why would you... I'd help you with his body. Yeah, just... Having said that, a one-time friend of mine tried to convince his girlfriend to get rid of her dog. No, not dog, cat. And didn't quite, and was a bit, well, surely if she really cares about me, she'd get rid of a cat for me. And you're there going, no, the cat has been there a very long time. You're kind of new. And she did bluntly say to him she wasn't going to get rid of a cat because she said, well, what if you leave? Which was valid because he did wonder. But, what kind of person does that? Because I was there bluntly going, well, we're friends, but if you told me to get rid of my cat, you're going. Yeah, people go through the wildest things. I got asked out by a taxi driver who was going to climb Kilimanjaro. I met him a year later. He did it. Ooh, nice job him. Yeah, if you climb something really tough, all power to you. I would boast about it a lot. Just realised, have I got... We are on the... We're on the correct... Wait, why are we on games and demos? Twitch, what are you doing? I set you to World of Warcraft. Okay. That's better. At least I noticed. We good? Yes, good. The meal with a dog never ends well. No, it's just... Why would you do that? I mean, that's bordering on, yeah. If you wouldn't say, can you get rid of a kid, you shouldn't say, can you get rid of a dog or cat? Having said that, there are probably some people who have actually dated people but have gone, can you get rid of a cat, of a kids? So, I don't know. It's a bit of a dick move, yeah. The friend that did it, I was very disappointed in when he was like that, because I was not... Yeah, it was a dick move. That's the best way of putting it. We're gonna die here, I think, because we got swarmed. Raptor, can you do your best at not dying? You're probably gonna die instead, aren't you? None of this is gonna end well. Let's have a potion. Yep, pet dead. Okay, As combos build. Good plan with the hydrate. I don't trust people who don't like dogs unless they were bitten as a kid or something. Yeah, I know a couple of people that don't like dogs, but it's not somebody else's problem. As in, they're okay going, it's my problem. I think those people are okay. It's the ones that turn it into your problem. Because, like you said, it's okay to have. Also, it's okay to dislike things, as long as it's I happen to dislike this, but you do you. That is the difference, I think. And some people are a bit. I don't like it, so neither should you. Any eggs around here? No. Okay. Oh, I see. Does it hatch and then something comes out? Yeah, okay, so if we kill that first, we're good. And go back over here somewhere. Did they already get the egg? They might have already got the egg. They might have profited from my hard work. On the plus side, we kind of need to grind the XP, so this kind of works. It is quite busy for a Monday. There's one. Okay. And I like dogs because I find them too needy. But that's valid. Fortunately, that's most people's mentality nowadays. I feel like it didn't used to be that way when I was growing up in the late 90s, early 2000s. People were willing to just get on with things. Nowadays, it seems people get offended by the name of cookies. Yeah, I mean, obviously there are certain exceptions, yeah. If you're going to be spreading hate speech, yeah, that's a good time for you to stand up and go, yeah, don't do that. But if it's just a difference in, an actual difference in opinion that isn't going to offend anyone, let it go. But obviously not if it's going to lead to harm. Don't listen to people relationship advice. I'm not best placed for it. It's okay, neither am I, Cinema. I'm going to make a sweeping statement, and I'd argue probably nobody is. Because most people at best are going to be good at their relationship, if they're lucky. But some people aren't even going to be any good at their own relationship, so people are complicated. I've got a lot of bugs. I'm a little bit scared. Also the bleep just now, but what was that? Oh, we're gonna die. We are so gonna die. That's swarms. I'm glad I'm not playing hardcore. This would not be nice. I like other people's dogs. Wouldn't want to look after one if it was just me. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I'm hoping to get a dog in 2026, but it's a big undertaking. And I do at least have a backup of another person, but I'm going to be doing the bulk of the walking and things just because of fitness levels. So, yeah. Oh no, I know, Jezza. Yeah, don't worry. I know you would definitely be against hate speech. As far as I know, everyone here would be very against hate speech. But yeah, for everything else, like, I don't know. I like bananas. I don't. That's okay. Yeah, you don't. Yeah, I know what you mean. There are people now who are going, how can you ever like whatever? And you think, well, I just like different things. Get a grip. Anna, I would say, is pretty needy. She likes to force people to pet her butt. I'm sure many of us at some point may have wanted that. Jack doesn't care about anything. What's good, you get a nice mix of personalities there. I'm divorced. Don't ask me for relationship advice. See, that's the thing. I think mostly everyone is not going to be the best at relationship advice. Possibly the loudest people who reckon they are probably the people you should avoid. You? Didn't see you. Go on, Ray, do your thing. Get the grub. We only got one egg after all that. Oh wait, where's it? What? Don't go evading, I'm trying to kill you. Respectfully. Oh, there's a scorpion. Oh, we did. Oh, this ain't going to be a good run, chat. Okay, that's evaded. That's not fair. That's poor pathing. There are too many of them, chat. We are nearly at the end of the quest, so it's worth it. That doesn't mean it's pleasant. One egg is plenty, please. Yeah, if it's you, we only need the one egg. I saw recently that Gingerbread Man had been rebranded to Gingerbread People, and honestly, I don't understand either side, so I just stay out of it. Gingerbread biscuits come with skirts now. Equal opportunity eating. I mean, if it's a skirt, that's going to be more gingerbread, surely. But just thinking, do you get more because skirt takes up stuff? Oh, somebody was cheating. Okay. Yeah, just thinking, you might get more. But yeah, I'd probably be there going, if that works for you. I mean, that just gave me 18 XP, don't do that. Big Way meant to help, but it kind of wasn't. What am I saying? Taking life advice from someone who thought they were important enough to justify them writing some self-help drivel. Yeah. The loudest voices are usually, I think they mean to help me, but I don't want the help. I suppose it helped me finish the quest. Where's me other egg? Why am I catching up? More of the non-gender stuff. For more equal for both genders and recognising between. Yeah, that's good shit from they're being nice, but and being so antisocial. Let's give this egg. You. Oh, let's get. They killed it. Fair enough. Nice. Anyway, where was I? Not much on any gingerbread being no matter their gender identity. That's bisexuality or bad. Look at that. We are learning about sexualities based on gingerbread. But yeah. Like I said, before I got distracted by the quest, my thinking with gingerbread skirts is more. Surely there's more to it. As in you get to eat more. And that's all I care about. I mean, obviously I care about equality, but I'm just saying for gingerbread in particular, I just want to eat the gingerbread. Where do I take the quest back? That's what happens if you actually pay attention to what you're doing. Crossroads. Gotcha. Silverpine we could go to, I suppose. Where am I? There. Too many lines. Okay, let's go get some glands. I'm an equality muncher. There we go. I can imagine someone getting antsy about gingerbread people, no one here being clear, and someone being pro-gingerbread people saying you're gay if you eat gingerbread men, and watch the complainer's brain tie itself in knots. Yep, that's, yeah. Just eat the gingerbread. Eat the gingerbread, enjoy the gingerbread, live your life. Oh, that's self-care help. Oh yeah, that's. Oh, I'm trying to advise. But no, I think a lot of the time, a lot of the world could do with being more accepting, but also in a kind of you do you kind of way. Because there are definitely things in my world that I don't necessarily understand, but I appreciate they're important to somebody. And I think a lot of the time that's all you need to do. You don't have to be there going, I know everything about this topic, I have researched it and everything. You just need to go, that's your kind of thing. Cool. Both in terms of gingerbread and not gingerbread. I have to admit, I'm not a huge fan of gingerbread. I'll eat it. There are other biscuits I would rather eat. On that note, chat, what do you like to eat at Christmas? Gingerbread people or other? Ooh, this one's amber. Yeah, be alright. Asp. Valid. Yep. Particularly Christmassy themed ass. You know, does it got, you know, spices? I never thought I'd see chat becoming thirsty over gingerbread. No, me neither. We have come a long way. Ooh, hello, Hecklefang Stalker. I think we will be okay. Yeah, I think it's okay. Yule log. Jezza, Yule log is opening that up to first as well. I just need to warn you of this too. Yeah, look how far we have come, chat. Start of the year. I don't know what was being discussed, but it definitely wasn't gingerbread people. Oh, pet's dead. Gingerbread people making everyone thirsty. Don't eat poop, Jezza. That's not... Am I gonna die again? Don't die. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that teacher. I think the druid might have helped me there, but still. Okay, let's get out of here. I agree, don't. No, you shouldn't. Eat anything else, but not.
Thank you for the 100 bits Egophone Rat. You're telling me a gingerbread this man.
Egophone Rat cheered X100. You're telling me a gingerbread this man?
Thank you for the 100 bits. My body is slightly broken. Did you do too much of a split? Hey Mel, how you doing? And thank you for the bit and the joke, egg zest. Or zesty egg. I think zesty egg works best. As young of you, I mean, you're still doing the splits, Lou. That's amazing. I don't think I ever will be. Okay, what do we... Oh, we're looking for that kind of thing. Right, you. Stanky egg. Stank of one egg. No, I'm not going to insult you. No stank. Thirsty of one egg. You could be thirsty of one egg. I'm a bit sleepy, but doing okay. How are you? I'm doing okay. Yeah. Yeah. A bit of a busy time at the moment. We're trying to get the house in a good state for a whole bunch of annoyingly expensive house repairs. And also getting ready for Christmas. But I'm mostly doing okay. Yeah, I was just thinking about what I need to do this week. And actually, apart from these high level animals, let's go down here. It's not too bad a week. What I really feel in need is, I feel in need of a few days where I have literally nothing to do. That's not happening too soon. But there's good stuff, so that's fine. I do not know the meaning of egg in the trans community, no. Christmas is so close. For the last few years, I have not really felt the Christmas spirit much. I used to get excited months ahead. Yeah, I know what you mean. I'm feeling more Christmassy this year. I think I actually felt most Christmassy in November, and now it's got to the bit where I actually have to do stuff. I'm a bit tired. We'll go tired. But like I said, I've got nice Christmas plans, so I'm not going to complain. But yeah, I know what you mean. Christmas spirit, I think, comes and goes a little bit. By the way, one of you do need to tell me the meaning of egg in the trans community, just so I can know for future reference. Consider the analogy of an uncracked egg in the context of transness. Usually refers to someone who hasn't realised or accepted their Oh, that makes sense. Also, I will be blunt now. I assumed it was going to mean something way more sexual than that, rather than... that makes sense. I just assume if I don't understand something on the internet, it's probably some weird... well, not weird, yeah. Some kind of kink that I haven't come across yet, but uncracked egg, that just makes perfect sense to me. Yeah, let's get excavator. I've been watching Anna and the Apocalypse and sobbing excessively on Christmas. Someone would want to volunteer to get wine drunk with me. What is Anna and the Apocalypse? I expect it to be something sexual because, yeah, it's always best to just assume. It's a little bit of competition, but to be honest, that might actually be useful. I still like the phrase, so far in my closet, they're practically stroking Aslan. Yeah, that's a good one. I wonder if that's going to age everyone, though. Is the Lima Witch and Wardrobe something that younger people actually read anymore? I wonder if it's hideously dated. I don't know. But yeah, chat, what have you got lined up for Christmas? Have you got anything, or are you just there going, Christmas and burying your head in the sand? Because that's fair too. Press 1 if you're stroking Aslan right now. The movie with a Christmas theme and zombies. Okay. I might have to look that up. I like zombies. I like Christmas. A lot of competition. No, I don't want to be in a group. I just don't. I like being an antisocial WoW player. Cracking though, or cracked, not sure. There's other stuff going. There. I hope it works out cinema. But yeah, I need to get into the Christmas spirit. I still got a fair amount to do with clearing my house, which is kind of dampening it. It was meant to be a quieter week ahead of Christmas, and instead it is a week of still me doing quite a lot of prep. But I'm planning most nights I'm going to watch a Christmas film with my mum, so I'm hoping that kind of gets me a bit Christmassy. Because I was Christmassy until all the house repairs. And then, funny enough, that kind of killed my spirit. I'm hopefully meeting up with a friend Wednesday evening to catch up. I haven't seen her in literally years. But on the other hand, I'm a little bit nervous because I'm a little bit wary of getting sick before Christmas because there's a lot of flu going on, and I really need to be well before I go away. Never mind, it's 40 plus years of not knowing myself. You're a cozy place where I can reach you. You help even without helping, if you know what I mean. Oh, I'm glad, Cinema. But yeah, it sounds like a lot. I mean, it sounds like a lot that will then lead to much better times. But like with a lot of things in life, you got to get to the better times. I just know I'll be excited for Christmas and life again if I could just get one night of real sleep. Yeah, I know that one too, actually. Yeah, the last week or so, I have been very tired. I haven't slept. It's very patchy sleep, and it is. Yeah, I completely hear you on that, Mel. Yeah. But yeah, cinema, I hope basically, because we're getting to the end of the year, I hope 2026 ends up being the year that you figure everything out, or at least figure out a certain amount, because do we ever figure everything out? I don't know. But I hope you figure out a lot out. There's too many outs there. So that basically everything goes better. Simply put. I'm having Christmas on my own, intentionally. But if it's intentional, that's good. I've had 10 years of having to go to my elderly dad and my mum. I've had 4 invites to friends' Christmas days, just in case. That's good. I mean, also that's nice to know that you can if you want. I mean, if you don't want to, that's okay. Because ultimately, Christmas needs to be whatever you want it to be. If you just want it to be, I can't remember what day of the week Christmas is on, but if you just want it to be a regular weekday, you can do that too. Judging from experience, no, we never do. We just plod along, make choices and hope for the best. Yeah. Also, ultimately, what you want to do can change a lot. From tiny little things where you can think, oh, yeah, I used to not like this to eat, but now I love it, to questioning things to do with your gender identity, or just questioning if you want to be in a different career path, or stuff changes fast. Or actually, when I say stuff changes, sometimes you can kind of get pushed down a certain route, and then it takes quite a lot to go, wait a minute, that's not the route for me. I thought it was. It's not. It just seemed like it should have been. Been going on over a year now. But one thing I know, it's okay even if you don't ever figure it out. Exactly, yeah. As long as you're happy. Or you're able to be happy most of the time. Because very rarely does anyone get to be happy all the time. We go to my partner's sisters for Christmas. I miss spending it with my family. Oh, that sucks, J-Luz. You're not able to kind of switch, so one year you do one set and one year the other? Or having said that, I don't know your situation, so I don't know if you just simply can't see them. But yeah, I'm sorry you don't get the Christmas you want, basically. There's no pressure to decide anything. That's what I'm trying to get to. Just happy, yeah. Weirdly and sadly, getting to happy can take an awful lot. It's worth it, but yeah, it's not always the easy path. But yeah, they're alive. That's good. I recently denounced playing open world games and started playing Super Nintendo in my free time, and I'm not happier than I was. A lot happier, even. That's good. But hot take: there are too many open world games. I'm saying this while playing an MMO, but there are too many games that just pad everything out with a huge amount of filler, and I just want a game that ends. We're in Sheffield, and I'm from Essex, so it's not logistically possible, unfortunately. Oh, that's a shame. Yeah, that must be really rough. I hope maybe when your little boy is a bit older, I hope you're able to do a bit more. Because, yeah, I would have thought, particularly at the moment, travelling with a 2-year-old, going to be a lot. Seems a lot of people love games that never end. A friend of mine is huge into Monster Hunter, and I said, what's your favourite part? And he said the fact it never ends. Yeah, I know what you mean. There are a lot of people who love them. I do and I don't. It depends on my mood. Because obviously I'm here playing World of Warcraft, and I love World of Warcraft. But on the other hand, at the moment in my spare time, I'm replaying Suikoden, which I streamed earlier in the year. But I like it because A, it has an end, and B, it's not a particularly long JRPG. So it doesn't feel never ending. Because as an example, that's why I still haven't, I barely touched Red Dead Redemption 2 and I barely touched Baldur's Gate 3, because in both cases, they're so big. They're just never ending. And that's, you got to be in the right mood for that. I often love open world games, but a good example of a game that actually has too much content is Breath of the Wild. I really loved what I played of it, but I got about 75% done and was just finished. Controversial moment, I can't get into Breath of the Wild. I try every once in a while, and no, just, I like the older Zelda games. Breath of the Wild, but the main problem I have with Breath of the Wild is the crafting system and the bit where your weapons break, and I just can't be bothered. That's really what it comes down to. But at heart, I would like to love it, but I just don't. And to the point that I would like to love it, I got Tears of a Kingdom, and the thing is, that's quite similar, funny enough. And I can't get into that. But, I get that loads of people do. I just like a kind of tightly woven tale. Go play Chrono Trigger. I recommend the DS version. I did actually play the DS version a long, like 20, 25 years ago, and it was really good fun. But of course, in predictable style, that meant by the time I played it on the PC last year, I didn't remember a thing that happened in it, so it was really good. Elias Frog's Elizabeth talk, which is sad for me, but everything else in the game is a plus. More content, and the game is actually a lot cheaper than the SNES version, with no crashes like the Steam bit. Yeah, the SNES version is crazy expensive, isn't it? But yeah, I have played it. But as mentioned earlier, I'm really bad at remembering anything in all games. So I'm just left going, I did enjoy it. Please don't ask me to remember anything else about it. Because funny enough, then when I played Chrono Trigger on the PC, I didn't remember a thing, which was great because it was playing a whole new game. I don't like Nintendo games, it's really odd. They are quite... Yeah, if you go with Nintendo published games, they are very, very different from most others, so... That's fair. I mean, somewhere would be somebody going, what do you mean you can't like... Yeah, what's wrong with you? But they are different. Yeah. This one okay? We haven't pulled anyone else? No, good. I thought Super Metroid is somehow too cool and edgy for a company like Nintendo to make. It's quite weird when you think... Yeah, actually Super Metroid is very different from a lot of other Nintendo games. I'm not a huge fan of that, the backtracking nature of Metroid games, and sort of that whole genre. For me, Nintendo games, a lot of it is my childhood. I don't know... No, I'd probably still like some of them, if I went back to it, yeah, first time. Sometimes that's me with books. I remember the vibes, but not always the character names or anything until someone reminds me. Yeah, that is me with most games. All I'll remember is how I felt at the time. I'll remember if a certain bit frustrated me. I'll remember if I loved a certain bit. Don't ask me for themes and stuff. Like, I simultaneously love how people get really excited about the lore of a game and everything that's going on. And yeah, they come up with these cool fan theories and stuff, and they're going, I liked the bit where the thing exploded. And I swear half the time my view of games is like if you got an 8-year-old to explain what they loved. Possibly Mario, Zelda, Pikmin. I can't get on with Pikmin. Mario Kart, Donkey Kong. I have no desire to play them. They don't appeal. I can't get on with Pikmin. I like Zelda, but as mentioned, I'm kind of picky with what Zelda games. I don't adore every single one. My favourite is Zelda Link's Awakening, which is very different from the others. Other than that, yeah, I'm kind of picky with Zelda, so I understand that. I like Mario, but I like platformers. I'm terrible at platformers, but I do like playing them. Pikmin, I can't get into Pikmin, so I'm with you on that. Mario Kart, I like playing Mario Kart with friends. I don't think it's the greatest game on the face of the earth like some people do. It's fun. Kind of forgettable fun. Is this going to be where the journal is, or do we have to kill somebody for the journal? Look at the box of assorted parts. Any Nintendo games I really enjoy are ones from the Super Nintendo. We just got some random stuff in, which is full. Cool, that was worth it. Due to their most simple, straight to the point game. Yeah, I'm similar. Link's Awakening and A Link to the Past are probably the best Zelda games. They definitely hold up a lot better than Ocarina of Time. I absolutely love Ocarina of Time as well. I don't mean that as a hate. I grew up watching my best friend play through Ocarina of Time, and I loved it. But when I've tried to go back to it, it's aged. That's the simplest way of putting it. It's just aged. Rather than A Link to the Past and Link's Awakening has aged pretty well. I'm going to get someone into the Zelda series. Those are the two games I would recommend. Yeah, me too. I hate Ocarina of Time. I love as Jezza was all, I want me to be a hater, and Edgar's gone, I'm going to be a hater. I'm okay with it. Why? I need to know, why do you hate it? Because that's fine. Like I said, I loved watching my friend play it, and I've spent many a year going, I'm going to play it by myself, and then I've never got into playing it by myself. So I'm starting to think I just like watching my friend get excited about it. I'm guzzling the hater. If only in Twitch you could assign badges and just, yeah, like you can assign things on Discord and you could go, this is the resident hater. Just plays like trash. Best Zelda games are Minish Cap and Breath of the Wild. I think I only ever played a little bit of Minish Cap. I do remember it. Because that was DS, wasn't it? Or was it Game Boy Advance? It's one of them. Something handheld. It's certainly my kind of perspective for a game. Okay, we can't use any training points there. Game Boy Advance. Oh wait, no, we need that potion. So as we've seen, I die very easily. I'm an idiot. I hear lots of noise around me, which I'm hoping... I better check the cam. Maybe they're finally fixing the drain pipe? Maybe my mum came home? Maybe I am going to get murdered? No, I don't know. Okay, well, maybe I'm going to get murdered. Honestly, quite a difficult one to get into nowadays. It's very much one of those kind of games that's the embodiment of at the time. Compared to, say, A Link to the Past and Link's Awakening, with Age Life Fire, yeah, I think you were spot on there. If you have zero nostalgia for Ocarina of Time, I feel it's a lot of it is difficult to get. Yeah, I don't think it's aged very well. I think, yeah, I mean, arguably 2D games age well. Because they weren't trying to look realistic to start with. Because there are so many games from my childhood that you do not look the best, they don't play the best, you're just kind of sad. When I say I hate Ocarina of Time, any percent speedrun's pretty fast. I have not seen Ocarina of Time speedrun. I might need to check one of those out. I've mostly watched... I've watched a lot of Final Fantasy VII speedruns, a few Final Fantasy VIII ones. I like the skill that's involved. I think, to be honest, I could probably watch any speedrun and find it interesting, just because you're there going, oh, I never would have thought of that. And also the way they kind of manipulate the game. Good job, Ray, you didn't die. I was sure you were going to die. No, when the simple gameplay still holds... Oh, there's somebody behind me. Hold on, chat. I'll catch up and chat when somebody isn't whacking me in my back. We should be okay. I'm going to do a little bit of tanking because I'm a bit worried about Ray. We have got a health potion. To be honest, Ray's probably going to die, isn't he? Yeah. Have I got a mana potion? No, that'll be sensible. Okay. Let's... I'm going to strategically die here. We got nothing to lose. Dying took longer than I expected. Okay, let's go back. The simple gameplay still holds up, where again, as much as I have nostalgia for the 5th generation of consoles, let's call a spade, but we're still trying to figure out 3D. Yeah, and it shows. Like, really shows with a lot of games. Yeah, gonna check out Ocarina of Time any percent. Make sure you find a video of what's actually going on. Otherwise, you'll just be saying, what the fuck? I get you. I know, yeah, I'm lucky I found some very good Final Fantasy VII speedrunners. Actually, while I'm running, we'll link to him in chat because Neon Genesis does a lot of very cool speedruns. He's taking a little break at the moment because he's visiting his girlfriend for Christmas. But yeah, if you want to see Final Fantasy VII speedrunning, Neon, the key thing with Neon is, besides the fact he's very good at it, he actually explains everything step by step. So you learn stuff, and then it's kind of, it's like you just said, Zest. You want to know what's going on, not just be left going, okay, what'd you do? Okay. Learning you. Yeah, I could never speedrun. I haven't got the patience. As we can see every time I play a game, I haven't got the patience. I don't want to learn stuff. I just want to play a game and then go, that was fun, and then forget everything about it 2 months later. That's my end game. I remember speaking to Neon in one of his streams, and it still boggles my mind how he's never seen Evangelion despite having the name Neon. Yeah, he gets that a lot. Because to be honest, even when I started watching him, I assumed he was really big into that sort of thing. Not that I know much about it. But it turned out, nope, he just likes the name, I think. Think about it, maybe they're drilling, I can hear in the distance. Maybe they are fixing that drain pipe. Maybe. I should go look, but that's effort. Also, if they realise I'm home, they're going to start asking me questions. I don't want questions. So yeah, chat. Today's just going to be chill. Wow, I'm kind of low energy. It seemed like a nice, easy way of doing things. Looks like we're going to hit level 22 easily enough because we got that double XP. Thursday, we're going to have a charity stream. 2 Point Museum. It's going to be fun. Thursday, have a charity stream. So I don't know how it's going to go. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. There's no stream on Saturday. I've got Christmassy things to do. There will be a stream Monday. I think I need to work out the Christmas schedule because I'm away from the 23rd to the 26th, and then I'm kind of tired. So I'll work something out. We're playing Retail WoW Mail. Are you collecting loads of mounts and pets and all the interesting things? Have I just got stuck behind that? No, I'm just pressing the wrong button because I'm an idiot. Okay. Oh, we went straight into what the... I thought we were safe. Don't... It's so annoying. We're just gonna die again, because that's gonna... They're gonna cramp my style. Nah, I wanna be in a... I mean, you can take the mob if you want, but I'm gonna die. If at first you don't succeed, to turn the difficulty level down is my motto. That's my motto too. Shall we? I've only got, like, the journal. Where am I going to get the journal from? The leader. The leader's going to be a pain in the neck to get, isn't he? Certainly with that amount of people around. I crept my way back up to 265 world for collecting. I'd slowed down for a while. Today I mainly collected new recipes. Nice! I should play more retail. I haven't played retail in a while. To sound old, I don't fully understand retail. Because retail is... it's very different from classic. And I don't... because I'm so focused on levelling and dying while levelling, I'm not... yeah, I need to work out what's going on in retail. Yeah, Jezza is stubborn with games. I'm not. I'm lazy with games, as demonstrated. People are so excited about housing. Yeah, I did go back to... for work, I got to write about the housing update and the beta test of the new expansion pack, so that was good fun. And then, I can't remember why I didn't go back. I think it was probably a time thing, and I was playing this for stream, and yeah. Just thought, can I just turn off groups? Because I know I shouldn't be antisocial, but I am. It's just the way I am. I'm not antisocial in life, just, yeah, games. Okay, where is it? Can I turn off? Block guild invites. Okay, I'll definitely do that. No, I can't block group. Okay. Where's a toast window? Didn't realise I could disable chat entirely. People kept harassing me to decorate my house, so I put a chair facing the corner for all the naughty people to stare at. So, not quite a cuck chair then. A kind of anti-cuck chair. But yeah, maybe over the Christmas break I will check out the expansion pack a bit more. Or crucially, well, the expansion pack's not out yet, the housing side of things. Look how... oh, toast is when something pops up in my corner. Ah, I didn't realise. To sound old then, surely the game should have explained that. Because I'm old, I don't know every term. I think what we're probably going to do... actually, while I'm a ghost, I'm going to scout around the area because we can work out where the big guy is. Because that is the advantage of being dead. Am I the only one who doesn't like making friends with work colleagues? It's mainly because my mentality is you see these people pretty much every day anyway. Why would you want to increase their time outside? Nah, I'm like that. I have got, well, obviously because I'm self-employed now, I don't technically have any work colleagues. Over the years, yeah, I've had lots of people that have been fine, and then I quit the job and I've basically never seen them again. So, I hear. I mean, on the other hand, weirdly, there's a friend I used to work with. We both used to work in Blockbuster, which ages that story immediately. So, we worked in Blockbuster the late 2000s. Yeah, I started work at the end of 2008, and I think I left start of 2010. She was there for a little bit longer. And then we stayed friends on social media, but yeah, in that typical way you do, where you don't really interact. And then slowly we've been interacting more and more. And weirdly, we're going to a gig together next summer. We're both going to see Lily Allen, June, I think. So, on the other hand, yeah, sometimes I've ended up friends with work colleagues, but nah, most of the time I don't end up friends with work colleagues. Hey, Thangster, hope you're doing well. Maybe I'll surround the bed with chairs and make a cuck, amphibian. Hello. You monster, Rimvello. How you doing? Hydrate straight after Sonic drowns. Wow. I'm assuming this is the late 90s 2000. Yeah, it was right before they went under. I just worked there part-time for about a year and a half. It was just after my dad died, and it was an easy job. And I knew people. It was good. There were lots of free DVDs because you got like 10 rentals a week. It was good. Which sounds amazing, then after a while you don't actually use the 10 rentals a week because there are too many films and you don't do them. But I miss Blockbuster. The excitement of going every Friday and we were allowed to pick out one each. But then sometimes they would also do bundles and we got to pick a few. Yeah, that's always nice. When I worked at Blockbuster, they used to have a deal where you could get 5 older DVDs for £5, which is a pretty good price. And I'm going to be blunt, there were some people that would go in there and they would rent the worst horror films on the face of the earth. And at the time, there were a lot of Saw films, but then there was also Hostel and a Serbian film, I think. There was. There were those kind of things, the really, really grim, pure torture porn films. And the people that would, it'd be okay if you rented a few. Yeah, those people are okay. So you rent a couple, and then you rent a couple of thrillers, and you rent, say, a kids' film for your kids. Those people are okay. But then there were people who rented all 5 torture porn films. There was always something wrong with those people. They were really rude, and they just seemed, they wouldn't look you in the eye, and they'd just be... There was something weird about those people. I'm just going to judge those people. If you got 4 torture porn films and then 1 regular film, you were usually okay. But if you got all 5, there was something wrong with that person. That's what I'm saying. It's just, yes. When we have a Who Got a Card, I'm going to catch up the chat and then we're going to pull the card. It's cool having everything at our fingertips, I guess, but I miss that ritual and experience. Yeah. Oh, we also have ads. Okay, I'll pull the Hooga card after the ads. I used to love the popcorn from Blockbuster. Yeah, it was always 2 for £1 when I was there. I mean, you'd always have somebody who would go, oh, but I only want 1. And then you'd think, well, that's okay, just buy 1, I don't care. I'd go and rent games and movies and pick up some popcorn. It was great, yeah. Rental stores were fun. Total scam, but so many memories. Yep. Last time I went to Blockbuster, we were renting out PS1 games, so that ages that store there. Your story there. Yeah, when... They were doing Xbox 360 games, so PS3 games when I was there. I definitely got to the next generation. I haven't seen Hostel, actually. I watched a Serbian film twice back in the day. Interesting movie. I don't think I could sit through it now. Was it a good film? That was probably a poor example, because I think it is meant to be an okay example. These were the films you wouldn't even know the names of. They would be kind of... I don't know, they were probably straight to DVD rip-offs of Saw, but somehow worse. I swear all of them would have covers of awful-looking things happening to people's eyes. That kind of stuff. A politician, almost certainly. Yeah, there was just something a bit odd about those group of people. You learnt a lot about people from their film taste. Yeah, it was 2008 to 2010 I worked there. So the ads... We're midway through ads, so some of you will hear this, some of you won't. I'll pull the Hooga card after that. We'll just stay kind of dead. I was going to look for the guy with the journal, so I could do that quickly. This place is busy. No. Oh, I was so close to press him out without thinking it through. Yeah, to be honest, I think this is going to be another one of those quests where we get kind of half complete. I think I've picked a pretty busy server as the key. What you killing? Just an excavator? Are we out of ads? We are. Let's pull the card. I just saw ads for a university and some hair slicking jobs. Well, that could be worse. I usually get food. I usually get KFC, and I can't even eat KFC. It did not ring Velo, but weirdly, Egg of One Rat already pulled the card. So you both kind of got one rolled into one. So we have... Let's hope none of this is bleak. It kind of could be, depending on what your answer, but here we are. Okay. Yeah, actually... These are meant to be icebreakers that are nice and light. They're not always. Okay, what do you look back at and think, I would never do that again? I feel like they could go very light or very dark. Did your parents love you? I think that's the next card. It's coming. Well, this could be related. Which emotion is stronger, love or hate? This is really cynical, but I think actually hate is stronger. I think revenge works very well for motivating you, sadly more so than love. Or maybe that's just me. I got to see the Buy Fresh Food this holiday ad with a guy hallucinating a family holiday dinner because of spoiled food. I love this ad because it's so unhinged. I haven't seen that ad. I'm going to have to go watch some people I'm not subscribed to. Different kinds of strength. Yeah, actually, that is a very diplomatic answer, Egg. Are you secretly a politician in disguise? I think you're right. Yeah, it depends on the situation, too. Because, yeah, some situation love kind of works better. Some hate does. I don't have the energy to hate passionately, but I can love passion. Oh, Rinvello is the best of us. It's Ragey. How are you doing? We're currently looking through a probably unhinged Huga card. We do also have, would you look back at and think I would never do that again? I look forward to somebody saying cocaine or meth or something. And the third question, which is kind of related to the emotions one, is being sensitive a weakness or a strength? I think it's a double-edged sword. I think being sensitive can sometimes be a weakness, and sometimes it can be a strength. And sometimes people can use it to take advantage of you. Yeah. I think it's good to be sensitive. It can be a pain in the neck. So there we go. The light cards have struck again with nothing light. Two sides of the same coin. Yeah. I think hate, but then I feel like I could lift a building if someone I love needed me to. I think also I could lift a building if I hated someone enough to. Just to be like that. Sorry, doorbell distracted me. University. There. I'm never shaving my pubes. Oh, the itching. Oh, no. Raise a building, maybe, with them in it. Yeah, that's my thinking. It is really going to slow down the plushie I'm making from your pubes. I have to wait for them to fall out slowly. I got nothing. Ludette for something I have never used. Yeah. My experience at university is a weird one. I didn't take advantage of it like I should have. I was in hindsight, I was very depressed in the first year. In those days, the distant days of 2003, you weren't depressed, you just needed to kind of get a grip. But I was depressed. Quite deeply depressed. And then I never quite, I was okay in the second and third year, but I never quite shook it off properly. So I never used university particularly well. And I didn't find my crowd, I didn't find the people I needed to be around. But on the other hand, I met a guy who was in the same year as me, and he'd started writing for some website for free. And he basically went, oh, I get to write about games, and then they send me free games, and it's amazing. And I thought, ooh, that sounds fun. So he hooked me up with an editor, and that was my first ever games writing job. I say job loosely because I didn't get paid, but I got free games, and at the age of 19-20, all I wanted was free games. And then as it went along, it was, wait a minute, I can make a little bit of money out of this. And I started making a little bit of money out of this. And then my dad died, and then everything kind of fell to the wayside. But I worked at Blockbuster for a time. But through that, I built it all up. So basically, university was completely... Oh, good night, Egg. Lovely to see you as always. Have a good night. But yeah, so basically university was 90% useless. But on the other hand, it meant I met somebody that led to my entire career. So... kind of worked. But I was very lucky. I got to pay off my student loan a few months ago. Which is funny, really, because this is the year where I'm earning very little money. But it just worked out that way. Oh, that's the perspective I need. I need to not die. Can we do it this time, chat? Somebody else is going to get that Prospector, isn't he? Because we... Come on, mana, mana, mana. There we go. Right. If we can just get Ray in a position where he can beat stuff up and not die, we can get that Prospector. Before everyone else. Because look, he's just there. I am going to catch up and chat, but... I got a mission here, chat. Ray, eat your food. Eat it fast and good. Just get to yellow. All I need is yellow. Oh, there's another one spawning. Oh, there's one there. Oh, this isn't going to go well. We're going to have to work. Yeah, somebody else is going to steal that Prospector. At least we know where he's meant to be. Because I thought he was going to be in that corner, but he obviously isn't. But can I go back in time and talk myself out of so many purchases? I don't know, I love all the purchases I've made. There's definitely some life stuff I wish I did differently, but generally I haven't regretted any purchases. I didn't really understand that university is supposed to be about networking for careers. Nah, me neither. Until I graduated from my masters. Most of my connections during university were not from university, so it didn't land me very lucrative careers, but did experience some really cool jobs and opportunities. Yeah, I didn't realise that either. I just kind of used it as something where I just carried on learning. And then it didn't occur to me that actually that was a really good opportunity to get to know people. Oh, he got the kill. Never mind. But obviously I did meet that one person, but that was just pure coincidence. We were just friends. He's still a Facebook friend of mine, for what it's worth. But he now runs a website promoting local businesses and things, and he actually does very well out of it, I think. It is the 15th of December already, yeah. We have 2 weeks left of the year, and then we can say goodbye in whatever style you feel is appropriate. I don't like New Year's, so I'm not really a fan of the end of the year. Well, yeah, the celebrations. I never have anything interesting to do, so I'm always kind of, eh. I think I'd be scared to change my life too much and undo Zach. Yeah, that makes sense. That's the problem. That starts getting, well, I want to change this one thing, but if I change that one thing, all the other cards would fall. And also it kind of makes you the person you are. Warts and all. I'm not saying you have warts. But, you know what I mean, we're all the product of what we dealt with. Okay, I think I'm just going to wander around here and kill everything until eventually the Prospector respawns. I think that is a valid strategy. Our experiences make up so much of us, yeah. Because I can look back at like a difficult part of my life that was only a couple of years ago, but then weirdly, because it happened, I threw myself into Twitch and got to know loads of people through it. And then now have a lot more friends, so just for that reason alone, it's kind of made me a better person. But it doesn't stop having gone through some bad times. Some really bad times. I've done New Year's in London and Hogmanay in Edinburgh. Now I just watch fireworks on TV and go to bed. I think that's the thing. I haven't really ever done anything much for New Year, so I suspect if I got it out of my system and just did something, and then went, oh, that's really busy and really expensive, and it kind of wasn't all that, I think that would get out of my system. But I never do anything for New Year's. I just watch a bit of TV, watch my fireworks, go to bed. That's kind of it. But I have the massive fear of missing out while I'm there going, but is everyone else having a good time except for me? So I probably just need one New Year's where I do something really different, and then I will be happy to do nothing. Do anyone else who's played Chrono Trigger and actually remembers what happens? I feel seen. Is it just me, or is Marl kind of pointless once you get Frog or Robo? Because both do way more damage and can still do very decent healing. Ha, I remember that. Nah, Marl's pretty useless from what I remember. I don't remember. I did not like Marl. I think I remember complaining quite a lot on stream, but I did not like Marl. See, I do remember stuff. But yeah, I like Frog and Robo. I think wherever possible, I would make sure my team always had Frog and Robo. Maybe a one-off experience. I don't think I could do it again. Yeah, that's probably what I need. Just a one-off experience of doing something like that. Seeing New Year's from a different angle of being that person that does lots with it. And then I'd probably get out my system. Won't be this year, but maybe next year. Maybe if next year I just give it a go. Yeah, do something completely different. Get out my system. Also, I don't really drink anymore, so that's... Sober New Year's probably doesn't work quite as well. Chrono Trigger is all about changing time, so what happens depends on your choice. True. I have a curse, but as Jezza will say earlier, and he went, "What ending did you get?" I can't for the life of me remember what ending I got. Games aren't for remembering. Okay, where are we at? We're waiting for our Prospector to spawn. It's going to be soon, I reckon. I'm saying this with no knowledge of how quickly it takes for him to respawn. But everything else seems to respawn quite quickly. So logically, it won't take long. If you don't remember a game, you can replay. Exactly. It's just good value for money then. And that's the thing, I was saying, but once upon a time I played Chrono Trigger on the DS. And then 20 years later I played it on stream. I don't remember a thing. Like a whole new game to me. I remembered I really liked Frog. That's what we're looking for. Because we're definitely going to get to 22 this stream quite easily. I get the feeling of trying to remember what it's like just generally leveling a character in WoW Classic. I have a feeling the early 20s is always a little bit rough. You're always a little bit over-leveled for certain things, under-leveled for other things. And it's all... Death comes quite easy. Just look at my map in case it respawns somewhere else. Doesn't look like it. Oh. So chat, what are you all playing? I know Mel's playing WoW Retail. Are you playing anything right now? Or are you playing trying not to fall asleep, trying to look busy at work? All those fun adulting games? Lord Cyric, Blackforge. Oh no, we already killed him. There wasn't really much point to it. I actually, this week, have a little bit more writing work to do than I have in recent times, so that's going to be quite... I mean, on the one hand, it's a bit annoying having more work to do the week before Christmas, but it's convenient, money-wise. Snow's version of Chrono Trigger, but you already knew. I did, Jess. How is your flu now, by the way? I meant to ask. Are you feeling any better? Go on, Prospector, spawn somewhere for me. I'm going to be, after this stream, I'm going to go for my usual post-stream walk. Probably. It is raining. But it's also quite good for my mental health, which is really annoying. And then I'm going to clear a bit more of a spare room, because it's a never-ending project that may as well be summed up by, yeah, don't leave stuff behind, yeah, don't fall behind on stuff. It'll catch up with you. But with, to check my watch, with forever the hope that someday soon I will be able to turn it into a home office and stream room, and that'll be lovely. Because also it means I'll be able to do a bit more on stream. I've got plans that I'm a little bit limited by because I haven't got a lot of space here. So that'll be good. I'm thankful it just seems to have not hit me too hard, and having plenty of Lemsips and sleep help. Oh, that's good, Jess. I'm glad it didn't get you too much. I mean, it still sounds annoying, and it's a pain you had to miss that party. But at least it's no worse. That one. I forgot time zones for a moment there, and was concerned you were going to walk in the dark. No, it's just coming up to 1 PM here. Oh, that's who we're looking for. Oh wait, no, it's not. It's a foreman. Yeah, never mind. Yeah, so I'll probably be walking, I don't know, between 2 and 3 PM. Something like that. That druid gets the thing I'm waiting for. I'm going to be irritated. Oh, there's 2 of them. Oh no, it's not a druid. Oh, I see. It's a hunter with his pet. That's going to be my holiday break sorting. So yeah, that's why I'm trying to get as much done now, because I don't want to do it during. I mean, I'm away for a few days. I'm going to be tired when I get back. I want to get as much done as I can now. Oh, you killed my pet! Final blow! What's the betting now that the pet is dead and I'm gonna be it's gonna be game over in it, chat. It's gonna be when my prospector spawns after I've done everything so well, and then my hunter's gonna get him. And I'm gonna be annoyed. But yeah, I don't know yet when my house is gonna get rewired. I need to chase up the electrician, but it's going to have to be sooner rather than later, because 2 of the rooms downstairs have basically no electricity at the moment. And everything is a little bit, well, it'll probably be fine, but it means every time you turn anything on, you're kind of waiting for the entire electrics to die. So yeah, that's going to be early next year. So I got to clear all the space. And sadly for me, turns out I live with a bit of a hoarder. Because for stuff I'm clearing out of a spare room, like 5% of the stuff is mine. And an awful lot of it is best summed up by, my mum thought this was a good idea to buy this because she had a good project in mind, and then she didn't. And then now she's not in the health to do it herself. But there it is. That's like my dad. Yeah. The thing is, when my mum was a kid, her parents never kept anything. They threw everything of hers out. They were not good parents. So by that logic, my mum hoards everything because she's worried that somebody's going to throw out all the stuff. And here I am going, I kind of need to throw out this stuff. And we discuss it, but I don't. This time round, I don't feel like the bad guy, but earlier in the year when I was doing some of it, I was very much the bad guy. Even though I was always asking her, is it okay to throw this out or whatever? But I think it's like, don't shoot the messenger, isn't it? Sometimes you're the person that has to go, this situation is tricky, but we do need to sort this, and then you're the messenger. I had the urge recently to throw most of my stuff away. I need to declutter. See, that is me. I'm getting increasingly minimalist. I think particularly with sorting out all the stuff, I'm there going, I don't want too much stuff. Which is funny, really, at Christmas is coming up, because I'm there going, people are going to be really nice and give me stuff. Me and my mum aren't exchanging much, but There's a couple of family friends that kind of think quantity over quality, and no, quantity is not over quality. So yeah. Similar-ish. He grew up with not a lot. Poor family on a farm, so he has the means to get what he wants now. Yeah, it really makes a difference, doesn't it? And to be fair, I mean, I do understand it also from that angle, because when I was growing up, we didn't have a lot of money. Luckily, my parents were very loving, so it kind of didn't matter. But there were three things that didn't really happen when I was a kid. When I was a kid, I would only get, and I say this, I was very grateful to only get, I would get one new game for my birthday and for Christmas, and that was it. And so you needed that game to last. And now, well, maybe not so much right now, but in my past, I've been able to afford a game anytime I want one. And then that means I've kind of stockpiled games, because I haven't got used to the idea of, oh, wait a minute, I have money. And then the other two things, while growing up, we never used to get takeaway food. That was a really expensive thing to get. So now I order too much takeaway food, because we couldn't when I was a kid, and now it's, oh wow, takeaway food. And then the other thing, yeah, hopefully Ray will be okay there, is a weird one that, well, makes sense now, but it's basically sports gear. I used to play for a girls' football team, not very well. They were good, I wasn't. And they always had the latest football strips, soccer strips. And I never did. I always had hand-me-down stuff from charity shops and things. I never had particularly good sports shoes. And so now I really like buying Nike stuff, and I don't tend to buy the cheap stuff, or at least didn't used to buy the cheap stuff. And it all comes back to, oh, my pet's dead. Because it was a big deal as a kid. Wait, why is somebody at the door? Because nobody should be at the door. I'll leave it be. And now there's just him, me, and my sister. He's very much like, oh, you mentioned you like the idea of that thing. Here, I bought it for you. Yeah, that's what happens when you finally get to have money, innit? So, I get that. And that's certainly why I have too many games. Sorry, my train of thought got briefly ruined and disrupted by whoever it was at the door, which didn't matter in the end anyway. But it's not gonna... When is this prospector ever gonna appear? Is he ever gonna reappear? Because I don't think his body is here. And I've already got somebody after the kill. I'm just feeling like this plan's going to go wrong for me. Yeah, he's not around. It's basically like, I buy things you want, now it becomes your inheritance, or it becomes your inheritance. Yeah, there's that too. Because like at the moment, without getting into kind of the complications, I'm going to be investing quite a lot into this house to get it repaired. And originally, it was going to be used for me to buy my own house at some point. And that's the thing, I've looked and gone, well, this house is basically falling apart and needs a lot of repairs, and it's going to be my inheritance one day. So, it kind of makes sense to invest now. But on the other hand, it does mean I've now... Oh, there's 3 of them. I am bored of this area. I think probably I'm just going to run and go level up somewhere else, because this place is just irritating. So, yeah, in a different way, then it's... Yeah, I'm investing money into the house because one day it'll all be mine. I'm hoping a very distant day, because I don't want it to be all mine at any point soon. But, yeah, it's both good and bad. It would be nice to become a joint owner of a house. Just hasn't quite worked out. Like a lot of things in life, hasn't quite worked out how you plan it. Or how you expect it to look. Get really up to scratch. That's why I keep saying to Dad, this one day it better be a Huawei. Yeah, that's, yeah. And sadly, you know, it's like to have a one parent left where you're there going, right, this one, yeah, I'm there going, the one parent I'd quite like to wrap up in bubble wrap and keep perfectly safe in every way possible. Because you're there going, there's only one, and I'm in no position to handle there being none. And in my case, I'm an only child, so it's just me. 100%, yeah. The friend I'm meeting up with for food not next week, this week, hopefully on Wednesday. We grew up together. We're both the same age. We're only a month apart. And then weirdly, her parents were the same age as my parents, to the point that both our dads were 10 years older than our mothers. So when my dad died, she was kind of, oh god, yeah, that's the same age. But the key thing is, sadly, for her, about, I think it was 2 years ago, both her parents died very closely together. Different conditions. Actually, they both had different types of cancer. And yeah, so it's just her now. But she's married with kids, so at least she has some family, and she has a brother. But yeah, it's kind of okay. Yeah, it was really horrible. I really felt for her, and I liked her parents. Particularly her mum was a really nice person. I have a lot of nice memories growing up around them. But yeah, it was, I can't remember which one was diagnosed first, but very quickly after it was, I think it was her dad. Her dad was diagnosed with leukemia. And then not long after that, her mother was diagnosed with lung cancer. And I know it doesn't really matter because I'm not doing victim blaming, but her mum never smoked, didn't work with any kind of materials that should have, not should have, but yeah. You know, it's like lung cancer can be environmental. Somehow she just got unlucky. It was just total fluke that she had lung cancer. Yeah, so then her mum died quite quickly, and then her dad just lost the interest. We got Bam there. Rimvello has lightened the mood. Thank you, Rimvello. But yeah, didn't mean to go down the negative route. I was just rambling. I think we're just going to focus on killing some randoms for a bit, because the quest was annoyingly cluttered. But yeah, it'll be nice to see her. I haven't seen her in a long time. She has a very busy life with kids, and she's a doctor. I think she used to work in respiratory, so I assume that's still what she's specialising in. And crucially, she worked in respiratory during the pandemic, so she was kind of busy for a while. So it'll be good to see her. Let's get... Oh wait, no, not you, Baron's Kodo, sorry. You looked like something I was looking for. Yeah, Stormhide, that's what we're looking for. No worries, Rachie. You have a silly 8 AM meeting. Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry. I hope it's not too bad a meeting, at least. I will see you soon. Evading. Probably because I'm hiding in the water. Better. I should become a doctor. How hard could it possibly be? Well, yeah. To be honest, not her. But I have come across doctors where you are there going, I feel like I could do this. What'd you catch? Gonna die. What did you catch to get that amount of noise? Oh, I died. What was it? A treasure chest? I caught money. If that happened in real life, that'll be perfect. Has it got stuck? Oh no, that is just the amount of gold. Whoa, Rinvello, you're going to go right up that leaderboard. You caught a legendary treasure chest weighing 109 kilos worth 1,093 gold. Alright, let's show off the leaderboard. If Rinvello is not at the top of the leaderboard, I will be amazed. Rinvello is right. Yeah. Completely knocked Cousin Jackie. And Llama Drama, who somehow just got gifted a sub and then I don't think he's even been here with a gift sub, but got a free fish. Go on, Jackie. Wait a minute. Let's get off the leaderboard. Oh, there we go. Catching up. Okay. There we go. It better not be the extent of my good luck. Yep, that was it. That was your good luck for the rest of the year. You're done now. Sorry. You caught a common mackerel of 21 gold. But grind is real. I can't remember what the cooldown is. I think you have... Where is it? Yeah, it's only a minute long. Oh, it's only a minute long cooldown. But Rinvello is there. Rinvello wants to extend the lead. What you get? A watch. Well, that's harsh. They extended the lead. Rinvello, how are you able to keep catching stuff that isn't fish? Oh, I told you the early 20s are kind of brutal. Oh, my pet's not dead. Oh, my bad. Wait, you mean my pet didn't sacrifice himself for me? I'm not sure if I've ever caught a fish. Did catch an octopus once, though. The pond does have some weird stuff in it. Fish do not come along that often. Yeah, that's who we're going for. To not avoid the coyote style. We did not avoid the coyote style thing. I'll catch up again someday. Oh, a sea urchin. Yeah, you'll get there, Jackie. I just want this. Fishy? But not today. Rinvello is there just hammering the button every minute. Hey, we got another lightning gland. We only need 2 more and then we'll complete a quest, which could be handy on the leveling front. Murex shellfish. You're catching quite reasonable stuff. Decent amount of gold each time. 1446. That's a year that something historical happened, I think. I think you're right. What happened in... I'm googling. The ascension of Minhaung I in Myanmar and the acclamation of Alfonso V as King of Portugal. Okay. That's nice, possibly. Maybe it's what we need. We need a bot that just tells us weird historical facts. One that makes it sound more exciting than what I just said. You got a pike. What happened in 1154? $8 gold though, that's not making up for it, is it, Jackie? I don't want to be negative. You're doing your best, but that's the year the Blarney Stone, aka the piss rock that locals laugh about when they see tourists kiss it, was set into the Blarney Castle. Oh, okay. No, that is proper history. Okay, one more. We can get one more. Maybe that's the one more we need. Oh, Jane Luz has got involved. Hey, Grubbles, might be thinking of 1453, fall of Constantinople, and official end of a Roman Empire in any form. I didn't realise it was that late for the fall of the Roman Empire. I thought it was earlier than that. Hey, Jane Luz, you got an oyster. Worth 57 gold. Okay, well that... Everyone stop showing up, Jackie. Yeah, you did good. If anyone knows what happened in 89 AD without Googling, I'm going to be impressed. I will also never know if you're Googling or not, but we'll do it on a trust system. One of you, drop a gland. So I'm going to do with Hadrian's Wall, maybe? Hey, we got level 22. That went better than I thought it would. And we got the gland. Okay, let's go hand that in. And we have some new skills to get. So where do we need to go to hand stuff in? Let's dodge all the dead. Right, we need to go ratchet and crossroads. Okay, let's do that. Assign a talent. So we're going upwards, chat. We're going all the way over there. Actually, we'll probably go over there and then fly. Yeah, we can fly to crossroads. Yeah, we'll hand everything in, and then we'll go see what skills you get at 22. I don't know what skills you get at 22, because that would require me having a memory. Wait, Rinello, you got an oyster too. How did I miss? I was distracted. There are so many oysters in that lake. What you get? Junk. CB Longneck, weighing 0.18 kilos worth. Yep. That's the perfect sound for it. Just, yeah. Bad luck, Rimbello. Your luck ran out. I googled, but a fun one that 89 AD is Aquincum is founded for Roman settlement, but would later become Budapest. Okay. It's amazing what happens each year. I wonder, without us getting too political, I wonder, yeah, when somebody in 2,000 years' time, assuming there is anyone left in 2,000 years' time, I wonder what they will Google and then think is the most interesting thing. Again, veering away from the very obvious political stuff, because they're probably going to look and go, whoa, a lot happened there. But I wonder what the light thing's going to be, or just the interesting, the morbidly curious thing. What did you catch this time? That's a lot of gold. The Millennium Bug, yeah. Poor Millennium Bug. Because now everyone goes, oh look, it was pointless. And you think, no, they did a good job of making sure it didn't destroy everything. You got Count Quackula. Rimvallo, what? Your luck is is amazing. Count Quackula. Worth 202 gold. Rigged. Yeah, I think Rimvello has been bribing the lake. Somewhere in the middle of that lake is some diver who's deliberately grabbing the good stuff and going, wait, that's Rimvello. Let's get Rimvello the good stuff. Oh, actually, we can go here and fly. Let's do that. Why is there a whole layer of rock made of plastic? Future geologist. Yep, that could happen. Hacking. Lady of the Lake, please send legendary sword. What? Yeah, there we go. You finally got a fish. But Rimvello has done that deliberately so that we don't think it's rigged. But it's totally rigged. If we did marbles on the stream now, Rimvello would win every single time. Barracuda. I mean, it was still worth 25 gold.
Gaming.
25 gold is nothing to be sniffed at. As a very underemployed writer, I would take 25 gold. Okay, while we're flying, I'm going to grab a chocolate that is right next to me. Because I've got my bucket of 71 treats. Although, suspiciously, the 71 treats seem to be very predominantly bounty, and I don't like bounty. You caught a chicken nugget! I just wanted to finish crunching. Oh, what Scrubble's going to get, and then I will answer you, Rimvello. See if I can catch me a bounty. You got a common Atlantic cod. At least it'll be tasty. I mean, you're not going to be rich because of it, but tasty. You're now honoured with the Darkspear Trolls. You don't mind me inquiring, are there any places you regularly go for writing jobs? Applying for content, it is 37 kilo. That's a big cod. Yeah, yours is going to be eating cod for a very long time. I'm applying for content writer, course development, technical writer roles, but open to most writing gigs. I'm not that well versed at technical writing. It looks like there's very good money in technical writing. For me, it's that awful thing, is networking. It's trying to get your foot into the door, usually somewhere it's probably not going to pay you as much as you deserve. Getting to know people, going on the dreaded LinkedIn, finding, I mean in my case, because I write for mainstream websites, I have the advantage that I can kind of, a lot of my time, certainly early on, was just emailing an editor and going, hey look, I know what I'm doing, please give me money. Or crucially pitching specific ideas. Don't laugh at me, whoever you were, random person in the game. But technical writing, it depends on the field, you know, what kind of technical writing.
Rinvello has an amazing pun to share. I have kleptomania. When it gets bad, I take something for it.
Well done, Rimvello. Clap, clap, clap. Thank you for the pardon. Yeah, it is that annoying thing of getting to know people, building up your reputation. I mean, if you're doing a course, oh wait, no, you're applying. Oh wait, you're applying. Sorry, I misread it. But yeah, to get to know people in the field and then trying to make sure you're one of the first names they think of when they have money available. You've got a skateboard. I mean, you can use the skateboard to transport your massive cod. Yeah, you can transport your huge cod. Same brain cell. Yeah, it's getting to know people, because in my case, I started out working for free. I don't recommend that. I was in the position where I could, but you shouldn't do that. People are going to get taken advantage of there. And then knowing one editor, and then getting to know another editor, getting your name out there. And that is such an annoying thing. In a strange sort of way, I think it's the same as like with streaming. It's having people know you exist and want to spend any time or money on you. And that's the annoying bit. Because I also know some people are very skilled writers, and they didn't make it quite as well as I did because, I don't know, to be honest. Probably because they didn't quite know the right people, get the right opportunities, that kind of thing. Let's head to Orgrimmar. Let's do our skills. Yeah, networking. Networking is so important. I don't do free work, mate. No, don't. I only did free work because I was in my early 20s and I didn't have many bills. I would never do that now, and I wouldn't recommend it to anyone anyway. But at the time, it was kind of the thing to do, and it's wrong. Yeah, trying to think of LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a good place to network. I don't like LinkedIn, but it is a good place to network. Otherwise, there are things like, what is there? There's Upwork and Fiverr that have very low paid stuff. But you would get some experience, and every once in a while, you might come across something that's decent. But like I said, I only really know for games and technology journalism. Barracuda, okay, well, you got food. Grubbles is good on the food and skateboard front. Yeah, so I only really know for that, and obviously in that case, you do literally go on the website, find a contact us page, find some people to email, and then you send them a few samples, and in my case, in my kind of work, you send them a few ideas and be a bit kind of, I know everything about World of Warcraft, please let me write about the latest expansion pack. Obviously, you write that in more professional speak. Here you go. I am well versed in this field. Blah blah. I would love to write. Yeah, actually, I do tend to still say I would love to write about, and then you kind of skim out a paragraph of what you want to write about. On the song front, because that's a banger. Remind me of the next karaoke. Actually, don't. It'd be hell to sing. We'll wait until a few drinks in, Grubbles, and it'll be fine. I trust you. I've seen you rap. You will be fine. I keep telling you, that's one of my... If I was coming up with top 5, top 10 highlights of my year, it is you rapping at that karaoke. That was just so good. It was so much fun. But yeah, Rinvello networking. I don't like networking. You don't like... Yeah, some of it's okay. Some of it you feel like you're being a little bit fake. But it's kind of a way where, I mean, at the moment I'm at the annoying point where AI is trying to take an awful lot of my work, and also budgets are getting cut left, right and centre. Partly because of stuff to do with Google, that if I went on a rant, you'd all leave. But yeah, the key is you want to be that name that people go, well, we haven't got much money, but we do have some money. Hey, what about if we see if Hallie has any free time? And then what I do is very tactfully go, oh yes, I can fit you in, when secretly I'm there going, oh thank God, I have all of the free time in the world. But you don't tell them that. You don't want to look desperate. Yeah, even though I'm not quite desperate. I'm a little bit desperate. But this week I've got 2 different articles to write, so that's nice. Yeah, where was I? I know you're not meant to focus on the numbers, but I do love that the viewer numbers went down the moment I said I'm a little bit desperate. That's fair. I would have left somebody who was midway through saying I'm a little bit desperate too. Anyway, let's go learn some skills. But a plus, I do genuinely love writing, and I've been very grateful for my 15+ year career. It's just the bubble burst. It happens. What am I looking for? Class trainer. If the bubble hadn't burst, I won't be here streaming. I would be writing fairly dull stuff for paid. So we're going to head over here. I'm going to get my skills. Ooh, keep writing. Oh, desperation just makes me more excited. Refresh. Well, there you go. That's why you're still here, Grubbles. I had to turn the viewer count from being visible while streaming. It got depressing when you see it drop dramatically. Yeah. It's, I'm kind of okay looking at it, but sometimes it's like the timing where you just think, well, it's funny, but I've just turned a bit serious a minute. Yeah, that's fair enough. Off you go. Yeah, you probably need to go find somebody better. But yeah. In the interest of honesty, World of Warcraft is a very hard category to do well on stream. But we're mostly playing it today because I just wanted to play something fun. I wanted to play something I didn't have to concentrate too much on. And I've been sort of testing the waters of World of Warcraft in my run up to Christmas. It still hurts when I see the metrics after stream, and I'm like, wow, average of 1 view of a 6 hour. Yes, that's hurt. Yes. But yeah, I like playing WoW. I don't think it's a good performer on Twitch. I will be honest now. I think it's one for me to have on the back burner when I just want to play something fun, but I don't have to think about. But I'm looking forward to the charity stream on Thursday. I don't know how well that will do, but it will be nice to do something that's bigger than me. That makes it sound like I'm all ego. I'm pretty small, but bigger. Can we learn anything here? Oh, no. Okay. Well, thank you for your honesty. I've been watching a lot of WoW streams lately. Completely unintentionally, just because I enjoy the streamers. This is your cue, Rimvello. Go, except for here. Here I haven't got anything to better do, so I'm just here. But yeah, I like watching WoW streams. When I first started using Twitch, I watched WoW streams. WoW streams and Final Fantasy VII. They both put me down very different lines of getting to know people, because Final Fantasy VII meant I met Neon Genesis, and then I got to know people like James Lee and you, Rimvello, and a whole bunch of people to do with mostly Neon Genesis and James Lee. And then the WoW streamers, I got to know Simcopter1 because he was doing a hardcore run. Was it a hardcore run? Yeah, I think it was before they had hardcore servers for WoW. So he was just doing it on, I think was it a private server or an add-on or something? But anyway, that was his very first hardcore run. And then by getting to know him, I got to know people like Bloody Drongo, a whole bunch of, basically people like Grubbles, a whole bunch of people that are in chat now or were earlier. So it's interesting how those two different groups have, those two different games have led to a huge community, which is nice. I'm not going to buy this lot, I don't think. I'm being a little bit cheap. I want to keep my money. I never use traps. I haven't used traps for 20 years. It's not going to change. I'm just not that kind of hunter. Arrow to the face. That's the kind of hunter I am. Freezing trap is worth trying, is it? Have I already got freezing trap? Maybe I suppose because it'll slow him down. Maybe that's why I've been going wrong all this time. Place frost trap that freezes the first enemy it approaches, preventing all action. Yeah, that does actually sound quite sensible. Maybe I should learn, chat. Let's bung it in there and see if I ever remember to use it. Also about Hunter's Mark. Scorpion Sting I'm not going to use massively often. I feel it might be useful at some point when dealing with kind of a boss level creature. Now, the thing I'm intrigued by here is this is kind of broken, hasn't it? I don't know why. I thought when I hit 22 it would go, oh hey, it's you, sorry about that. Oh, maybe, oh, does it only go up to 22? That's weird, I thought I owned one that went further. Ooh. Stuff's happening. I think we're going to run out. Yeah, I'm sure I owned the big one. I'll say nothing more if you're not into it. Freezing Trap is great for difficult dungeon groups, kind of a polymorph sap effect. Also similarly great if you need to take on 2 to 3 mobs and you want one taken out of the fight for a while. Yeah, I was thinking about the latter. I haven't done any dungeons yet on this character. I'm a little bit wary of dungeons, because then other people expect me to be good, and I'm not. I am very middle range. But yeah, I mean, just now we were dealing with 2 or 3 mobs at once, so could be useful for that. Let's head over to Thunderbluff. We have ads starting any moment, by the way. Thank you for your patience when they run. Yeah, they're kicking in right before pre-roll kicks off. Thank you. I might actually take a little break for the ads. I haven't taken a break yet. So yeah, when ads kick in, we'll stick words on the stream on for anyone that doesn't see ads. I'm going to go buy arrows if I can before stuff kicks in. Hey, dude.
Looking for something special?
Get ads. Let's get words on stream. On stream. And I will be right back. And I'm back. Have I moved a muscle? Nah, I didn't actually. I checked some work emails. More sensible, wasn't it? Where are we at? Let's go by somewhere. Couldn't see the big one. I didn't actually check. I did screenshot it to keep past. Oh, grubbles. Wordle expert 2. Wait, we need some arrows. Oh, but yeah, what I mean is, that is such a Wordle thing to do.
Farewell.
We don't want the full complement. That would do. I think this guide runs out, to be honest, so we're going to have to find something else. I'm going to have to use my brain. My brain. Yeah, we're nearly there, I think. Yep, it's done. That's weird. I'm sure I had it for other things. For other levels. Maybe I only had it for Alliance. Oh well. Gotta use my brain. Let's get rid of that add-on. Good. It's questy. I like questy. So, chat, what should we focus on? Ashenville, I reckon. Yeah, and that's probably... We could go Silverpine, I guess. Just to finish up those... We haven't been to Silverpine. Yeah, let's go have a look. Got some work up from his nap. Oh, no worries. Enjoy your lurk, Grubbles. It's lovely to see you for a little bit. I hope he's at least woken up in a good mood. Where is my elevator? When I say lift. There we go. Let's go. I knew it. Can we do it? We did. Oh! Oh! I think we missed the lift, chat. Just a little bit. Where's my body? It was a close one. I'm saying it's a close one. We even needs the arrow for my body. Oh, I'm right on the other side. I see you. Still, it probably made somebody laugh because we fell right in front of another player, and that would have made me laugh. But while we're wandering, I need to go to a post office. Just need to check. That's okay. Opens, closes for 5:30. We have time. I live in an area where sometimes the post office shuts at 3 PM, and I was looking at the time thinking, is that going to be cutting it fine? Okay, let's start again and pretend that didn't happen. At least it wasn't hardcore. Imagine if that what a way to go if you were playing hardcore. It would be the funniest and most stupid way to die possible. So what I want to go to is Silverpine. How do I get to Silverpine? I definitely saw it somewhere. Or did I not? Move the, no, move the map bigger. Move it. or not, you're going to be like that. Okay. Downside to add-ons are a little bit picky. Definitely could be an arrow that will move it. Not that one. Cool, that didn't make it worse, did it? Hold on. Go back to the regular map. So yeah, I reckon my Barrens. Barrens and Ashenvale. Maybe Stonetail Mountain then. Quickly check something on my phone while we roam. Really, I'm just getting us in a position where we're all set up. Now you low-level mobs. Yeah, I'm thinking we'll get ourselves set up, so next stream we're in a good position to level. Might as well gain a bit more of this map as we go along. There we go. Remember Bloodhoof. I'm actually, what was I leveling? I think it was a Tauren. I quite like this region because it was nice and open. And as for Hunter in me, likes a bit of open space. He worked well. Let's switch to aspect of cheetah. We shouldn't come across anything too dodgy. We're going to roam for a little bit, check out some scenery, and then skin some easy prey. Head for Barrens. Head for camp. I think we can fly over to Stonetarn. So we'll do that. So chat, I hope you are all having a lovely day or had a lovely day. Time zones could mean either direction. We're going to be doing a little bit more here. And Thursday's going to be a big one. Thursday we're going to be streaming 2 Point Museum, Zoozim, the DLC. It's all zoo themed. And crucially, we're going to be doing it for the RSPCA, UK based charity for preventing animal cruelty. And we've got some special, basically we have special rewards depending on how much you are able to donate. So I could be eating some fairly horrific bean boozles and possibly singing on stream. I don't mind so much of the awful flavours, but the singing on stream could be a little bit rough for everyone. So Thursday we're going to be doing that. That's going to be from 11 AM UK time. First ever fundraising stream, so it's going to be an interesting one. It's going to be good fun, hopefully. Yeah, and that's pretty much the schedule for this week. So we'd normally be streaming Saturday morning, UK time, but with it being ever closer to Christmas, we won't be doing that. We'll be about Monday, though. We'll be sticking with the Monday. Monday, I think, is going to be an extra special pre-Christmas stream, as it'll be my last stream before Christmas. So yeah, should be a good fun week. If you're enjoying what you're seeing, please give me a follow. Also, we have a fishing game, which, as you saw, a lot of people got very competitive about earlier. So yeah, thank you all for being here. Wave to Vatoran. I never get into playing a druid, but I feel like I would like being a druid. If nothing else, I would like to be able to level people, buff people up. Because the thing with being a hunter is it's a very solitary lifestyle, which is great for leveling, but I don't know, I like helping others. We got the weapons of choice quest. Is it outside? Yes. Hello. Hello, Tatterneck Steelforge. What a name.
Go forth to victory.
Sure, we'll take that.
Flames never dawn. Greetings.
Yeah, what are we looking for? Ashenvale, Stone Talon. I'm gonna go Stone Talon. We'll get ourselves out there. A nice serene flight, which is both the good and bad side of WoW Classic. Everything's a little bit slower, but you feel like you earn every single win. Yeah, we'll start tackling these sort of things. They look achievable. Very luscious. I still think it's quite a good looking game. Particularly there, that looks very Avatar-ish. Granted, some of the models are a little bit sharp, but I still think it's mostly quite a pretty game. We go to Stone Talon. Sunrock Retreat's quite a nice place to chill in. Not a lot to it, but quiet. And sometimes you just want quiet. Mind me while I yawn. The rest of my day is going to be taking stuff to the post office, because I forgot I need to do that. And doing some other useful stuff. Curse the week before Christmas. Good to get to Christmas. A lot of stuff to do. Yeah. I still reckon good looking game. Probably because it never tried to look realistic. If I remember rightly, EverQuest 2 came out about the same time and it tried to look realistic, and there were quite a few MMOs that were trying to go with a realistic vibe. And they aged so poorly. A bit like we were discussing earlier about how early 3D games were not the best looking. Check something on the other screen while I'm here. We're nearly there, nearly getting there. We are here. Which means, chat, we are going to wrap things up in a moment. We're going to grab some quests first. Because there's some nice, easy quests, easy picking. So that then when we return next time, not actually sure when the next WoW stream is going to be. Because Thursday we're going to be playing 2 Point Museum, which I'm very much looking forward to. But we're going to get it all nicely set up, so we're straight back into action next time. Okay, we need to go up. There's a path. It doesn't look like there'd be a path. There's going to be a path up around here. And then we have quite a nice list of quests to tackle. And I remember the early 20s always kind of tough. A little bit slow going, and then you kind of get into a groove. I remember the 30s being the most enjoyable.
Eternal sun, shine.
30s leveling goes quite quickly from what I remember. Certainly as a hunter, I don't know for other classes. 40 I remember quite a few people saying was a grind. I didn't find it was that much of a grind. But that was Alliance. Maybe as Horde I'm going to learn it's going to be a cautionary tale. Oh, actually up here sometimes there's a seller that's selling potions. So we'll have a quick look. Apprentice Witch Doctor. Have you got any potions? Nah, never mind. All good. So chat, that is where we are going to finish things. A little bit earlier than usual. But yeah, looks like a nice natural place to stop. We are going to raid out to some places. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, or whatever time zone you might be at the start of your day. Whatever it is, enjoy it. I will be back Thursday with the charity stream, 2 Point Museum. It's going to be good fun. We've got some fun goals and things to follow. Aim for. So first of all, thank you for Gigantify, Tree Cat Dude, and Egger1Rat, and my watch streaks. We had a bunch of watch streaks. 100 bits from Egger1Rat. And thank you all for chatting, really. Let's see. Let's get some raid messages up. That one is for subscribers. Second one is for followers. We're going to find somebody nice to raid over to. As always, we try and raid over to people we haven't raided in a little bit, to try and kind of spread the love, spread it out a little bit. Who should we head over to? I'll just get distracted by my watch. We're good. Let's head over. What's options? We've got somebody who hasn't streamed. Okay, we got to head over to somebody who hasn't streamed in 5 months. And I'm really pleased to see him stream it again. We're going to head over and see Cybertrez. Cybertrez is lovely. He's so full of energy. He's playing some Phasmophobia, so slightly different vibes than we've got here. But he's a really nice, chilled, lovely guy. I'm really pleased to have got to know through other communities. So yeah, let's head over to Cybertrez. Because yeah, he hasn't streamed a while. We were going to head to a good friend. Well, we're all good friends, yeah. I had ideas in mind and then thought, nah, we haven't said hi to Cyber. Yeah, we haven't had a chance to say hi to Cybertrez in a very long time. So let's head over. He's just started, and then I will see you all Thursday for some 2 Point Museum, which should be a lot of fun. So yeah, have a good one all, and yeah, have fun whatever you get up to, and take care.
Really love this map.